Alright, so this is Skydeep Cenote, the dungeon. I've watched the video. We're going to go through Wook, Alphino, Kryl, and Alisei, what they have like little small talk. We're going to do NPC party, as I've been doing. Alphino says, Cenotes are notorious for attracting malefic creatures. We must exercise all due caution. Wook says, part of me is sad to see our journey end, but I have to see what's waiting for us in there. Kryl. Wookevu, Mablu, so many people have helped us reach this moment. Let us honor their generosity and find the Golden City at last. And Alisei. Excuse me, sorry. I don't know what's down there, but I'm eager to see it with my own eyes. I'm running Dragoon. I am going to be cautious. I was going to run with Alisei so she could be Red Mage but like this Golden City thing means more to Kryl, so I'm rethinking that. So I'm going to do Kryl. I will be Dragoon, Tank Warrior, Wook Sage Healer, Alphino, Pictomancer, Damage Dealer, ranged magic damage dealer. Kryl. I wish I could run Red Mage, it's just not high enough level. So, here we go. I will run at least one. Hopefully I don't die, but we'll see. I'll run some damage, some crit food. We have the Skydeep Cenote, Yaktaral. We have water in front of us right now, and a bunch of jars in the water, which I think are the remains of, sad to say, the 99% or whatever it is of the moms and dads of the Mamulja that try to give birth to a two-headed Mamu. Anyway. Let's go, everyone. Stay on your guard. There's no telling what we might encounter. This is kind of like Aztec or Mayan kind of like area. We have, or at least to me, we have these stone pathways. There's these kind of native, kind of old style, like we have this water fountain kind of thing in here. It's pretty cool. Double doors are walking through. We have these sea monks or octopuses. Yeah, octopuses. Look at all those roots. Okay, is that it? Okay. And then some kind of weird alligator looking things. I messed up my rotation already. Food on. I think the octopus guy will do a circular AoE targeted at anybody who wants to. What I said were going to be alligator-like creatures are really, they kind of have the body of an alligator or a short-tailed lizard, but their head reminds me of an axolotl, I think. You know you're right. I got a damage buff to end that fight, that's nice. Beneath the water. We won't forget these children, not ever. Yeah, I'm talking about the dead kids that are in there. We have a couple, like, floating banshee, like 3, like, floating banshee things. There's one, oh yeah, that one. Oh, do those two? Oh, they do. I didn't know one was the other. floating jellyfish guys. The weird, like, lizard thing with the head of what I'm thinking is an axolotl. Does a cone attack, a wide but short cone. I don't know what we're doing. Doors open for us, stone doors, they slide open. We have a tall, kind of shadow, glowing blue figure and some ghosts that we actually kind of encountered this monster in, I think the first time really was in the most recent expansion. So, like, they look kind of like floating humanoid things. They have many faces under the hood. These specter guys will do a pretty big circular area which can stun them out of, or just like, we gotta run pretty soon. Still have not done the calculations to see if, okay. We've got 110. 120, 150. The question is 120, 150. So okay, hold just a second, please. No, it's gonna be more than a second. So 220 plus 240 plus 300, if I'm fighting two monsters, is 760 total versus 230 plus 280. I don't think so. Oh yeah. So if I'm fighting, so this is how it is. Tanks, as far as I know, still do better, but I also have these. What first mind's focus? What grants me a first mind's focus? I think with that thrown in, yeah. Honestly, it's so annoying. I don't know how that works out. So we're gonna just keep doing AoE rotation, even if there's only two. We have two floating octopuses and an oddly shaped, scary-looking coral monster thing. Which one of you guys attack? With the addition of like Wormwind Thrust, I think AoE becomes more viable on only two targets. Okay, so when this is lit up, it grants Water 2, a circular AoE from to make sure, well, I think all of my AoE attacks are line attacks. Straight line, yeah. So make sure that you're turned as such. Okay, and we come to our first boss, which is a manta ray. Sorry, I missed some chat here. Wait, I scrolled way too far. Okay, hold on. Oh, never mind. I didn't miss anything. So yeah, we're coming up on the first boss, which is a manta ray. Looks like a species of ray. Oh, come on, Wuka wasn't there. Whatever it is, we have to fight it. I think immersion is unavoidable AoE. Yep. Troublesome Tail is going to put a debuff on all of us. It means that whatever it's about to do, it's going to copy it on all of us. So make sure at the end of this 3, you're facing away from your group, so you have that little, it's a cone. It's thin, but it's there, you know. Hydro ring, just don't go outside. Again, if it looks like my DPS is falling off, it doesn't pay attention. And blowing bubbles is going to start making bubbles come out of it. The bubbles theoretically target each of us. You can stay at range and move over just slightly if you're ranged, but you know there's other ways to avoid it. And then we have these bubbles that are going to be pushed, so kind of stand where you're going to have an empty space here. They get pushed over like one spot. Again, very self-explanatory. Yes, I know my damage could be better. Don't worry about it. Troublesome Tail once again. Whatever it ends up doing, it's going to double up on you. So we got bubbles that are coming from each of us towards each of our party members. Just dodge them. Although I only have 2 bubbles coming out of me. Oh, whoop. Yeah. Maybe because I'm melee, my bubbles don't go to whoop. I'm not sure how that works. No worries.
No holding back.
Pressing all the buttons. Once again, these bubbles are going to be shifted. Stand over here to not take any of it. Supposedly there is a spot in melee range that's okay, and I think Wook is standing in it, so take that with a grain of salt. Some bubbles coming from me again, and from all the other party members. The bubbles also come from the boss, so like you would have to dodge those while dodging the ones where like staying at range is just easier. Obviously your damage is going to drop off, but that is what I have chosen to take. I don't care if our overall damage is lower, it's much slower than it would be otherwise. Notice I'm not dancing from back to flank and all that stuff either. Everyone alright? Let us proceed. Didn't stand a chance. Item level 666. Gear is dropping. We're running along more stone paths. Not like stone-made walkways. Water to either side, a drawbridge. We're gonna jump down this broken elevator. I would say, probably, most likely. Somehow survive the fall, even though there's no written. Nobody decided there's a point to like saying why we would survive such a fall, but whatever. So these are the Yokoi quarries. Big stone pathway, tall stone walls. Got some spiders. I'm trying to figure out how to get them all in line. Is to move not caring about my plate.
Back off!
Is that a line attack too? Yeah. Like Dragon Blade has to go down. I'm surprised it's got solo, basically solo. Melee AoE DPS was that bad. Apparently it is.
Try this!
So yeah, a bunch of spiders. These are cobras with this like kind of behemoth looking rock dude. Ah. A lot of buttons to press there. It's probably the fastest I've ever killed something in AoE mode. A lot of fun buttons to press when you're doing. A lot to keep up with too. It's important to know. Big rock behemoth has a wide but short-ish cone. Some doors open for us. Look at all these statues. Looking like a mix between. Everyone stay alert. Something's amiss. They look kind of like rats. There are rats, says a speaking stone. Looks like a mix between mechanical things and stone, like mechanical stone beings. Workers arise, eliminate the rats, and some energy rays. I knew it. It's a trap. We have these kind of dual axe wielding, two-handed axe wielding stone things. Attacking us. They've been given life. They've given locomotion. They have thin but long cones.
Hold still!
I have plenty of other buttons to press that are fun to press. And then, so there were 4 two-handed axe wielding stone things. Now we have 4 cubes of stone that have arms kind of coming out of them. have circular AoEs that they can target anybody they want to.
Try this!
Treasure coffer. Silence! Our workers have fallen. Activate firearms! We'll go forward just enough to where... Because Whoop Lamat charged in even before I crossed the line. Last time. I would like to prevent that. No? Okay, whatever. We got that little floating core engaged firearms is risen. It's like a mech warrior. Kind of like backwards facing legs, like an ostrich. Dynamic dominance should just be a party-wide unavoidable AoE. This is gonna mirror off. It's gonna hit the mirror. So just be away from this orb that's gonna hit. Because that orb's gonna detonate. This gets more complicated later on. But that's how that move works. Jumps to the center, does ancient artillery. Just gonna light up. So these are gonna have every square in those arrow directions is gonna light up. Yes, I know. I'm screwed up my rotation. We got Tank Buster.
Try this!
Once again, in general, you're going to be safe actually over here, because it's going to bounce off that mirror, and that mirror over there. You're going to be safe basically in the corner that is closest to where it kind of starts. But there's gonna be 3 of them, so just be in the cross square. There's only gonna be one where it's safe to stay. And the cool thing, if you're running with NPCs, they're gonna show you what's next. Not that any ideas contrary to where they stood, but again, the sphere closest to the mirrors, sorry, the sphere closest to the first beam is gonna be the same. Spread treasure. Alright, we did it! We have to be more wary of now. Once we determine a pattern, we can avoid its attacks. Peculiar technology, to be sure. I see the attacks reflect. So they're talking about, you know, the boss mechanics. There's only one group here. Now this is peculiar. That glowing stone, is it infused with ether? So we have this pathway opened up, and there is stone that kind of looks like the movie Tron. It's glowing. It seems like it's some computer circuit board kind of thing. Not in reality, because it doesn't look like this in reality, but like anytime computer circuits are depicted, like you're entering the circuit and becoming part of it, like in Tron. These glowing purple squares that are moving along this otherwise non-glowing pathway. We only have 4 monsters to defeat in this little section. They do have circular AoEs, I think, underneath them, or they target random particles. But these are this is the only group you can actually fight.
You cannot stop us!
In this section.
Back off!
It does look like the circles are underneath them, not targeting going up a stone path. Treasure coffer before we take this little leap. What is that? 666 ring? Ooh, upgrade. Sure. Dragoon goes from 656 to 657. So you jump on this square, and we take these little, like, floating purple square platforms that float us over to the next portion. We're kind of like on this, again, like Aztec-looking temple thing. There's some more of those floating cubes, 2 floating cubes, and 2 of the humanoid-ish looking
Mustn't hold back.
I'm not, dude. I know our DPS is slow. I'm trying. Now we have 2 taller two-handed axe-wielding stone robots.
Back off!
They have long but thin cone attacks that are easy to dodge. Let's switch to single target and put some bombs in. Have our cutscene before the boss. These two kind of glowing purplish pillars, things light up. Again, this is like Tron theme to me. There is a very humanoid shape made of Sculptor of Silence, Mauskull, made of stone and glowing purple like veins of crystal in the stone. And it's like massive enough that it's going to be taking. It's one of those bosses that just inhabits the side of the arena. We take another glowing purple square to a square platform, which you can be pushed off of. It's huge. Time to test our metal then, says Crown. All right, I'll do my best to shepherd you through this. There's some knockbacks that are a problem, so I'm going to do my best to actually just. Stone Carver, I believe, is unavoidable AoE. Wait, no, there's one arm. Yeah. One hand will glow before the other hand. I'm so sorry. Just make sure that you see which one is which. I'm going to forget that several times. This is a knockback mechanic. Just make sure that you're knocked back toward the corner, and then spread out after that. So spread out. Work is going to have a bunch of circles we got to avoid. There's going to be 3 sets of circles. I'm just going to avoid them so that I can just do a little bit of damage here and there. And not going for... Oh, shit. Wow, the video I watched said that would be down the center. So, okay. There's going to be a knockback mechanic as part of that. This is a stacking mechanic, or it's going to hit like 7 times. So just stay. And then a knockback mechanic. This one's going to be paired with the arms. So I want to be knocked to the side where the arm is not going to hit first. And then make sure I run to the other side after that. Not a lot of time there. I was surprised. That's a tank mechanic that's going to be an AoE, so don't be in the AoE with the tank. This is going to be a knockback from the side. I don't think there's anything bonded with it. Oh, there's a stacking mechanic, so just make sure that you stack afterwards. Another knockback. This one's going to be paired with a spread out mechanic. Ash Slayer. Unavoidable. like, don't be down the center. They'll get knocked off. Stacking mechanic. I think this one hits 3 times again. We'll see. There's mixed up rotation, but like I said. So that hand is charging up first. I want to be knocked over to the other hand. Run. It seems to be more forgiving than it. Look. Colossal impact. Knockback again. Just get knocked to the corner. Spread out, following immediately afterwards. It's really going to be followed by stack. So obviously just stay sharp. Multiple hits, stacking mechanic. Which hand was first that gets this one? Yeah. You also have an ability, by the way, to avoid being knocked back. Every class has it, but hey, successful. And the super tall stone purple crystal veined being explodes, as they sometimes do in these cases. In 38 minutes is what it took to talk to the, like, have small talk with the scions, choose who I want to party with, and then run the dungeon, while doing it slowly to make sure that I survive. And everything like you just kept going. Level 96 gave me Lance Barrage, True Thrust or Raiden Thrust. Oh, it increased the... Wait. Okay, whatever, I don't know. Oh, okay, so my 2 and 3 got buffed. They just got buffs. Okay, that's fine. I'm cool with that. It's okay, it's cool. Trait... Vorpal Thrust to Lance Barrage. Yeah, okay, yeah. Cool. Treasure chest. My food probably ran out before that. 666 feet are a upgrade. Good upgrade. Okay. So we go from 657 Dragoon to 658. Cool. Let's exit and watch the cutscene that follows. Has to be voice acted, right? We have this floating cube that has kind of the same lighting up effect of a
I thought this place was of Yokhui origin. But is this glowing stone their creation as well?
as if there's some kind of like computer circuitry at work.
I don't believe so. I've never seen anything like it.
Then it's from an even older time.
That was a question. Should make it
Don't
sound...
tell me it's the Allagans again.
It could be.
While careful study would be required to confirm, it does not appear to be reminiscent of their designs.
there is a pyramid-like structure, or at least a triangular structure.
A golden light. Could it be?
That in the middle bottom is like this kind of blue-looking eye shining thing, and then from around that is like a golden half circle, and then beyond that, I think is what I can't see right now. It was like kind of a purple light, purple blue light. Yeah, purple light. Could be a portal. The blue light in the middle, blue circle, could be a portal. Wook starts walking toward it, and in fact there is a staircase leading up to it.
There's a platform on the other side, but how do we get over there?
As she says that, she steps on a rectangular piece of the floor, and a bridge floats up and aligns itself.
That's how, apparently.
Right then. Let's go and take a look.
All right then. In the fight, if you're still watching this and still thinking about the fight, there is a portion of the fight where there's a floating cube. I don't know if you get any indication really of what's going to happen with that floating cube until it happens.
That seal. That's Charlian, and no mistake.
But the boss will do a series of attacks you have to dodge, and then it's either going to be like the cube is going to be pushed down this. I don't think actually is that a knock? I don't think that's a knockback mechanic. I'm not sure that part's a knockback mechanic. So watch. I always recommend Demon Slayer Gaming 1's channel. That's where I get all my fight info. But yeah, if you want a better layout of the fight, watch that. Yes, this does look like it's a portal. Glowing blue in the middle. Alphino notices a control panel, maybe, of sorts, made of stone.
How do we open it?
It looks like a Stargate, but made of gold.
Come and look at this.
He says, speaking about the stone-looking control panel. There are 7 stones.
Your tablets might be a good fit, wouldn't you say?
Ah. So, she whips them out. Lays them all. We're all watching the portal to see what happens. All of the tablets glow quickly. The portal does this kind of fluctuating thing. The blue portal thingy is gone. Oh, it's not a portal after all, it's a shield.
Leave it to Alphino.
Or a don't touch this kind of situation. We've entered another cube-shaped room. This has...
Is this it? The Golden City?
some patterns, cube and square shaped patterns on the walls that kind of have that same technological like circuit, like energy running along circuits kind of thing. But they're on the walls outside of the room. There's a pathway up to another double door, it looked like.
Though there is some resemblance, it doesn't quite live up to what the Yokwi described from their dreams.
It's not a perfectly cube room. It's a lot of cubes kind of jutting out from the walls in interesting patterns, and the circuitry here is mostly kind of orangish gold, but there are still some of those purple cubes as well.
Well done! Well done indeed.
It says Kulul Jaja from behind us.
You, my dear daughter, have found the entrance to the City of Gold and triumphed in the right of succession.
So we did it. We made it to the end.
Maybe.
You seem more perplexed than joyous.
Bakul says to Kryl, who was indeed like, something doesn't seem right, maybe.
It's just... This place is unlike anything we've seen in Tural. Never mind the peculiar stone.
Yeah.
So I am given to wonder, what exactly lies beyond that gate?
Death.
Nothing less than the Golden City of Legend, I assure you. The circumstance prevents us from opening the gate.
That seems fishy.
As to what the city is and what Gall of Maltesium discovered all those years ago, this knowledge and more I will share with you after your ascension. What you choose to do with it will be up to you.
The Golden City is real.
Gosh, I don't know what the heck happened to my computer, but I mean, it's mostly fine. Until it's not, but whatever. Don't worry about it.
It took a while, but I finally found it.
Ha ha! Come! Let us return to Tuliola.
Something doesn't seem right, though. What? But
Home at last.
everybody seems fine with it. Like, circumstances prevent us from opening the gate? Like, I'd be like, what do you mean, dude? What kind of circumstances? What's going on? Can you please tell us more? And I don't know. Doesn't seem right. We'll get the experience points on White Mage because Dragoon hit 96 in that dungeon. Well, we've done it. We've seen Wuklamot to victory in the right of succession. Like me, I expect you have no few questions about the Golden City, but they must wait until our claimant has settled into her new role. Even as we speak, she prepares for the Ascension ceremony back at the palace. I'm given to understand it will be held in a few days' time. In the meantime, let us all enjoy some well-deserved rest. We get a ether current, 1 million experience points and some change. Road to the Golden City is complete. The quest is finally done and complete. This video is complete. I'll see you next time. Bye.